Hey guys, Hyacsho here. Welcome to a update video. My first ever update video, actually. Basically, I've never done an update video before because I've never had a YouTube channel that's lasted as long as this one has in order for me to prompt an update video. But I figured so much has gone on, I would do one and get everyone on the same page, myself included, because I need those damn reminders. And yeah. So if you like a little insights into my personal life, some interesting stuff that's happened to me, and how that's going to be impacting the way I make content on this channel going forward, with some cool gameplay in the background and maybe my cat meowing, you're in luck, because that's exactly what we're going to do. Saying all that, welcome to the first channel update show. It is my pleasure to have you here. So what happened? Well, look, let's start off with something that I really want to do. A massive thank you, actually, to the broader gaming community and creator community, my family, my friends, and, well, anyone that's kind of been involved in the last few months. Your love and support has just been tremendous. And I know this, I don't want to make a video about this for like brownie points and stuff. That's not what this is about. But I do think I just want to put it out there in the world and just thank all of you for all of everything. It's been quite a ride. I was diagnosed with kind of, shall we say, like a super gore nest in my neck. And that's all fine, I'm good, but I have kind of a history of this kind of thing, so it really emotionally punched me in the face, and I just didn't feel like, I just couldn't bring myself to actually make anything, any kind of content really, and I kind of avoided social media in general, and it was a whole thing. But I feel very lucky to say that the work from the doctors was exceptional. I'm all clear. Everything is good. I don't even think I'll have much of a scar. Like, the doctors were amazing. It's on my neck. So if you guys are in streams, I'm going to have a pretty cool scar on my neck. And that's what happened. And that's kind of the last 2.5 months of my life has summarized into that, with a lot of other little bits and pieces in between, but that was the big thing, and which is why I've been away. Which, speaking of, brings me to that self-imposed hiatus that I've had. I had a lot of time to think, and one of the things that I was thinking about and looking at was at the actual work on my channel. I thought about a lot of things, but this came up quite a lot, and just how much I really, really love this stuff. For those that have been around for a while, you'll know that my first love has been Doom. This channel was started as a Doom channel. And with similarly... Watson's just causing all kinds of rubbish. Boomer shooters and retro-inspired shooters have turned out to be such an amazing gaming space for me, and one that I've really enjoyed talking about, making content about, reviewing, and the wider community in general. It's just been one hell of an awesome ride. So, like Doom before it, I'm definitely going to be speaking and making content more around retro-inspired shooters and indie games in the future. Fuck, if you guys have any recommendations of games you'd like me to cover, things that I've missed, let me know in the comments. I really don't mind. In fact, I'd actually like to take a second to do a quick shout out to a few people, including Ruby Ranger, Emorpha, Slambraski, J-Rod Legend, Dilbo, High Maintenance Medium, and Deadforge, and a few others that I just can't think of right now, because you guys have really inspired me over the last few months. In fact, long before the whole Demon Orb happened, you guys have been a big inspiration to me to keep going and to come up with new and interesting ways with my work. A lot of you have, taken the time to talk to me over the DMs as well. Really, you know who you are. Thank you so much for all that, guys. So that also brings me to the next point on this. Sometimes I will talk about games that are not retro-inspired games, and I think that's okay. Things like, for example, Space Marine 2 or Resident Evil, for example. Look, at the end of the day, sometimes games like that are just cool, and I think a lot of you really like those games anyway. So yeah, I know it doesn't always work with the algorithm gods, but I think these games like this is okay, and I think those are the exceptions to the rule. No, it's not gonna happen all the time, but sometimes I think is cool, which, after all is said and done, after all the thinking, has led me to the final thing that I had to admit to myself, which is I'm very inconsistent with content on this channel, and that comes from fear, I've realized. Fear of really not getting it right, in inverted commas. Not the actual making of the video, like this for example, just sitting down and recording. Hell yeah, doing it, it's cool. But I fuss over making the thing perfect so much that I get stifled by my own self. I sit down and I must plan so many things, workflows and stuff, and wow, at the end of the day, that's just getting ridiculous. So in terms of consistency, I'm hoping to be more consistent with my content. And saying that, I do worry, again, that maybe quality slips, and not to say my quality is something amazing like the Nth review, for example, but that is an ongoing fear. So I hope that you guys will will always feel that you're able to message me in the comments or in my Discord or even on Twitter and call me out and like, hey, Hyacsho, that was really crap. You need to do better. Or things like that. And I hope we can keep that kind of community going. I suppose like any creative adventure though, I do adapt and change with time. And there was another YouTuber recently I've been watching going on 8 years now, and I don't really like his new content. It's very TikTokified, and hey, that's all right. We always change and adapt, but I hope like at the core, I can always create content that is interesting, entertaining, and gives you guys some value. What are cool games to play? What are cool games to spend your hard-earned money on? It's not just reviews, but also analyses and conversations about games like that. So hopefully I can always keep doing that for you guys, because I like it. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy breaking down games and understanding them better, but also just enjoying them. I used to have an English teacher that I even said, ma'am, wouldn't it, I think it was 12th Night, wouldn't breaking down 12th Night ruin it for you? Like, now you know too much. And she said to me, and she was like, no, actually it makes you appreciate how much work has gone into something even more. And that's always stuck with me since my high school days, is that when you start to understand these games in a more intimate way, we can appreciate the work that goes into it. And as a piece of art, that's what I do it for. I appreciate it so much more deeper than just, I shoot things. At least that's what I try and get out of it. It's not all the way to video essay energy, but I don't like it also being a flat, painful review of listing the goods and the bads. I like to add in a bit more extra flavor. At least I'd like to going forward. Speaking of going forward and all that consistency, streaming. Now, I had someone say to me, it's like, Hyacsho, why Twitch? And look, let's arc back a little bit. I've been doing all of this a bit more seriously for about going on 4 years now, and I started out with Twitch, and I did Twitch for about 2-3 years. Then I moved over to YouTube. YouTube was always there, but it was never something I took very seriously. It was just to save all my Twitch VODs, right? But over time, I realized how much I loved YouTube. Like, I really do. Damn, I didn't expect that. Did you? I didn't. That was amazing. So I love YouTube, but I also like Twitch. I don't want to get into the details of, Twitch does this now and all that stuff. And I prefer streaming on YouTube, but at the end of the day, there's certain rules I've established for myself. For example, YouTube is a really awesome place to stream. Like, the quality of streams on YouTube is just epic, and it adds to my stats and growing of my channel and this channel. And a lot of you guys like my streams on YouTube because if you have YouTube Premium, you only pay once, but also everyone likes the quality here. So that really speaks to me, and I like it. I like streaming on YouTube. However, because it's an algorithm-based space, YouTube still wants me to be in a box. Streaming on YouTube is more specific, which is why I like us doing YouTube showcases, gaming showcases and things, games that we've never played before, first looks and all that fun stuff. So YouTube is still great for that. However, I like to stream on Twitch because Twitch, I can just do whatever the hell I want. Really and truly, you can just do whatever the hell you want on Twitch. No one gives a shit. You can you can hang out and you can talk some shit and play some music and play whatever game you want, and that's pretty awesome. YouTube streaming, always going to be a thing. I'm going to restart the schedule. We used to stream once a week. I still like to do that, but streaming over on Twitch is pretty much not as scheduled. I kind of have this idea of streaming every so often or whenever I feel like. So if you ever want to hang out there, that's cool too. But YouTube streaming will always be a thing, and I really enjoy it. Rounding all this about, I'm sure I've been saying like a million times, but wrapping up, looking ahead, I am personally going to be focusing a lot more on my health, my mental and my physical health. The whole point of this apparent demon orb that we've just gotten rid of, and all the demon orbs before it, is stress related. So, and I think any of my creative friends that are listening to this will know that while this is good stress in my opinion, because we can be so creative and I love it, there is a certain stressful aspect of it. So I don't want something that I do on YouTube or Twitch or anywhere to go against my mental health. If it's costing me my mental or physical health, it's just not worth it. And that's the way I see it. And for better or for worse, I think I'll be better for this in the long term. So yeah, looking forward to it. Onward to 2023, rest of 2023 and 2024. Hopefully I don't do these weird videos too often. Very much off the cuff, which I think is groovy. But yeah, this isn't for internet points. This is kind of to like align me, you know what I mean? To look back and be like, yeah, this is what we do. This is what we are. But it's also to, because of things have been so weird, to remind you guys what we're up to here. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this dramatic update. Hope we run kicking and screaming into the future. Shout out to all my patrons that are here listening to this. You guys are the boomers to my shooters. You are the rockstars in my boxes. And if anyone is listening here right at the end, let me know in the comments with the keyword fruitcake. And then we can all chuckle in the comments because people won't know what we're talking about, but fruitcake is the word of the day. Anyway, I still think I want to keep a secret link in the description, so go and check that out. Until next time, I love you guys very much. Please take care. Rip and tear. Cheers.